We started dating at 17 years old and we're 35 now, which means at this year we surpassed the point where we've been together longer than we've been apart in our lives. We have a lot of advice and we wanted to compile that advice into a little video for you guys to kind of explain how we have lasted so long. Our relationship has not been smooth. It has had many bumps along our 17 years, and we've learned a lot of tools and mechanisms to get over them and to push through. But it hasn't been easy, and the advice we're gonna give is gonna start off pretty basic,
and then
right?
it's gonna be like more R-rated or X-rated.
Not R-rated,
X-rated.
not R-rated.
What's the difference?
No one's gonna get killed.
Right. Okay, so here are 17 relationship tips from 17 years of being together.
This is the time. Look into your eyes. I look into your eyes. No longer mine. No, you're no longer mine.
Learn how to listen with an open mind.
This is a very fundamental, basic part of your relationship. And if you can master these first few tips, you're well on your way to having a very strong foundation. A lot of us are better talkers than we are listeners. Sometimes we shouldn't be giving advice. Sometimes we should just listen.
That's something that I think that you've really learned over the years, that I just sometimes just need to let out whatever I'm feeling and not, it might seem like I'm asking for advice, but really I just need a good listener.
Yeah.
I just need you to just be there and know that I can tell you anything and that you're just going to accept what I'm saying, not judge me, and just listen, and that's enough.
And a great way to do that is to actually repeat what your partner is saying. I understand that you feel this way because of this reason. I hear you. And just being heard can melt tension away.
Absolutely.
Learn how to communicate effectively.
Every relationship expert will tell you it's all about communication. Every elderly couple that gives you advice says, it's all about communication, but none are giving you actual tools on how to communicate effectively. Learning about how your partner is receiving messages is the key here.
And I think that's something that you definitely learn. You learn over time as you get to know that person and learn how they process things or how they hear things, because everyone does differently.
Yes, you could be saying one thing and my brain is hearing it a different way.
An example could be, I say to Sia, we never go on dates.
And my brain hears that as
Very literally.
as literally we never go on dates. What do you mean? We went on a date 2 weeks ago. A month ago we went on a date and you loved it. 2 months ago we went on another date, but how can you say never? So her messaging is being received very differently for me. So it's important on her end to know how to communicate effectively, knowing how I'm going to receive it, because she wants me to receive it the way she feels.
Right. So I'm saying we never go on dates, meaning I want to go on more dates. Yeah, we do go on dates, but I'm over dramatic, and I have to remember that he's very literal.
Right. Going back to our first point about being a good listener, understanding that when she says that, it's not literally what she means. She's conveying an emotion within the context of the words. Mm-hmm. So I need to realize, okay, that just means that she wants to go on more dates. Stop counting. It's counting all the little things that you each do in a day. I did the dishes twice yesterday. And then I'll say, no, I did the laundry twice, last week. And we're just tallying things. Stop counting.
Yeah.
It is not healthy for your relationship to be tallying every single thing you guys do in your lives.
This is something that I'm really working on, because I find that I do it a lot. It's just understanding that overall, it's 50-50, but maybe I'm putting more effort into one aspect and you're putting more
effort into another aspect. But everything's
Yeah.
getting done and everything's working. So look at it from that perspective.
Counting is so unhealthy for your relationship. It builds toxicity, and it's just not helpful in any realm.
And resentment.
Yeah, and resentment.
So much resentment.
And most of the time we're counting and not telling our partner that we're counting.
Oh,
so like,
yeah.
geez, how can we make any changes if we're not like communicating effectively? Learn the 5 love languages.
This is a great book, by the way. If you haven't read it, there's a book called The 5 Love Languages.
Yeah, and it talks about the 5 ways in which we all feel the most loved. The 5 love languages are words of affirmation.
You look very handsome today.
Thank you. Quality time,
Spending time together, just hanging out.
acts of service,
Doing something nice for the person.
receiving gifts, and physical touch. So this is your love language.
Yeah, this
Your
and
love, like-
massage. There's
like
6 love
physical touch.
languages. Massage is one.
Because massage would be like an act of service and physical touch mixed
Yeah.
into one.
How I feel love could be different from how Sia feels loved, which is true. And learning what his love language is allows me to, put in the effort to making sure like I'm doing that so that he feels cared for and loved.
Right. My love language would be like acts of service. So like if I came home and there was like a meal that she knew was my favorite and she cooked it for me, that would mean a lot more than receiving a gift.
And mine is touch. And I think it's also important to know that your love language could change. It could shift throughout the years too. So it's important to like be aware of that and share it with your partner. Because if I was like, mine's touch. So if I'm like touching Sia and like, I'm like, why doesn't he feel as like loved? Why is he telling me he doesn't feel like so connected? It's because it's not his number one love language. Right? So now I know that it's like doing something nice for him. I put in more effort in that area so that he knows he's loved.
Yeah. You can go to bed angry.
Sometimes the best thing to do is to sleep on the conversation, the heated conversation.
Yeah, we've had many nights staying up until 2, 3 a.m. having a talk about something in our relationship. And sometimes we work it through. Other times we just gotta go to sleep and wake up the next morning with a fresh mind, newer perspective. And when you sleep, your brain actually organizes thoughts. That's what's happening when you sleep. So sometimes it's the best thing to do.
Spending quality time together.
Something we actually don't get to do enough now that we have a kid.
So having time together like we are right now is so important. We're taking
Yeah.
advantage of it.
Yeah, absolutely. This is actually pretty close to where our land is in Costa Rica. This place is called The Retreat, and it's an incredible experience.
It's amazing. It is. I want to live here. We're spending the next couple of nights here in one of their loft suites, which is beautiful, and the bed is incredible. The sheets are all organic cotton, just like feel like a marshmallow. The food is all gluten-free, plant-based if you want it, and so delicious. It's an anti-inflammatory diet.
Yeah, and
it's-
like the kitchen's like mixed in with the whole, resort. So you kind of feel like you're just at a friend's house that has all this space and beautiful rooms, and you can like chat with the cooks in the kitchen and just mingle with people and then go for treatments. Like, it's incredible, this place.
and we have a couples massage coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a crystal healing massage. I don't know what to expect. Are they going to be like rubbing us with crystals? Like,
The description is very intriguing. That is all I know. I'm so excited to share it with you. It's supposed to, align our heart chakras and our, what's the one? Our genital chakra?
whoa,
Is that
align them? Are they misaligned? Well, I guess sometimes.
It's not even a
miss.
chakra. It's not genitals. Getting to spend time with each other and just relax and disconnect from everything else is just, it's been so needed and so good and so important to always do, to check in and be like, how we spend time, just you and I,
Yeah.
not work related, not parent related, just you and me as a couple.
You will fall in and out of love. Most relationships end at this point. I'm
Yeah.
sure you can even think about your own lives, and like you feel so much passion at the beginning. It's exciting. They're a new person, a new body, new lips, new experiences, everything. And then it might like start fading away. This is called like honeymoon phase, right? And it starts fading away, and you're like, oh no, 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 it's going. This is the end. This is the end. This is how they all end. And if you just stick it out, it comes back.
It's so normal. Like every emotion, you're not always happy, you're not always sad, you're not always angry, you're not always feeling love, and that is okay.
Yeah.
And the beauty of it is you get to fall back in love again after you've fallen out of love, you know?
Yeah.
And it also is a sign of maybe there's something that you need to work on. Maybe that could be like as a couple, it could be individually. Maybe you need more time for you. Maybe you need more time for each other. So to really like kind of like listen to it and don't see it as like the end of a relationship, but the beginning of a deeper relationship.
How can I love our relationship so deeply if maybe I'm not loving myself very deeply, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like how often do you not feel sexy? Do you not feel as in love with your own reflection? And how can you feel so much passion for a relationship if you can't like love your own self first?
Absolutely. Talk to love experts and take workshops.
This is actually something that we haven't really done that deeply.
No, and it's something I really, really want to dive into, like now.
We've sat in like roundtable discussions with great couples and with experts, but it's never been like a one-on-one session.
Yes.
So
yeah.
Even after 17 years, like there's still things that we want to do to help further improve our relationship.
You could feel so alone, like, oh, I'm feeling this way, like no one will understand. But then all of a sudden, all these other couples are saying the same thing. You're like, holy crap, okay, this is normal what we're going through, and it's okay.
You know, you shouldn't look at going to couples counseling or therapy or anything as something negative. You're trying to better your life, and that is powerful.
Commit to personal growth.
What people don't realize is in a relationship, there's actually 3 relationships. There's your relationship together, there's your relationship with yourself, and there's your partner's relationship to themselves. You need to be bettering all 3 of these, you know, at the same time. If I'm not bettering myself and learning and doing things that benefit me, how can I benefit the relationship?
For me, this is a non-negotiable because it's so important for me to be with someone who wants to put the effort into continuing to grow and learn. And it's also a hell of a turn on. Know when to speak as best friends and as a couple.
Sometimes I need to give you advice that's almost against me as the partner.
That's the best friend.
Right, that's the
Right?
best friend. Like if you went to a best friend and complained about me about something, what would your best friend tell you? And I need to be that person for you sometimes.
I actually really love it. I actually like being able to tune into that part of us.
We were lucky that we were best friends for 2 years before we had our first kiss, right? So we had that foundation. But that's not to say that since that moment we haven't kept building the friendship. Mm-hmm. So even if you weren't best friends at the beginning, you can still develop that and build it.
Spend time apart. This one has been something that we've done a lot throughout our relationship. We've done a lot of long distance, and we've done a lot of chosen solo trips. And for me, this is something that I personally need in my life. I need to have my own time to go explore things that I'm personally interested in by myself. That could be spending a day doing something I love for me, or it could be months traveling somewhere alone on a solo trip. And it allows me to have time apart from Sia to miss him, and also to have my own stories that I can come back and share with him, which I think is super fun and has really made our relationship much stronger. Try something new together. Well, even if you don't end up liking it, you can not like it together. Plus, it's fun to try new things that you've never done, both of you. It helps you bond together. And maybe you'll find something you're super passionate about together that you can share. Try a bunch of new things. See what you love together. Trying something new also allows you to, allows you to problem solve together.
And you just get to explore more of life together. Whether you enjoy it or not, at least you're trying, and you will find something you enjoy doing together. or even fail together.
Yeah. Yeah. We need to work on this one.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
It's okay to have crushes on other people.
In fact, we tell each other about our crushes. We have. And it's fun. And it's like, it's fun to flirt with other people. It's
Totally.
healthy. It's normal. Like, I feel like it should definitely be normalized more, right? Like, to have feelings for other people is completely okay because there's so many wonderful people in this world.
So many. There's 8 billion people in the world.
Yeah, and,
right?
you're telling me that just because I have a long-term partner, I can't have, feelings like these innocent crushes on other people. Hell yeah, girls, guys, whatever.
It's fun.
People
it's
are
fun.
awesome.
Sometimes we have crushes on the same people.
I think it's super healthy that we've been able to share our crushes with each other instead of thinking that we can't and we have to keep it hidden like it's like forbidden, horrible thing like
Right.
that we shouldn't be feeling, but like it's normal and it's okay.
Travel the world together. Traveling with your partner is one of the best activities you can do together. It's so much fun. You have so many stories you build together, and you get to know them in a different way.
Travel gets you out of your everyday routine. It allows you as a couple to experience things for the first time together and to be playful and laugh and cry and go through all of the emotions, really.
Some of our best moments together happened when we were traveling, not when we were at home. It just opened us up to opportunities to receive more love and give more love and laugh and be playful and so many of the amazing qualities in a relationship. Don't stop being intimate.
Obviously. And it's been fun, like, throughout the years to try new ways to be intimate, right? To be extra creative and adventurous.
Totally.
And to be honest with, like, what I want and what you want.
To be vocal about it,
Yeah.
how to communicate that. We have a lifetime of sharing a bed together, so it's only fitting that you explore as much as possible that you want to do in a safe environment with your partner.
There are courses, plenty of different types of courses, workshops, retreats that you can take part in this area of the relationship.
We've been together for 17 years, and in our sex life, I think there's more that we still haven't tried than have yet.
Absolutely, without a question. There's a lot you can do out there.
Customize your relationship. Everything we have mentioned has been important, but this one I think really stands out for me because no one relationship is the same as all the others. We've learned a lot about each other over the years, and that's all considered when it comes to our relationship. What our needs and our wants are individually as a couple and what works specifically for us.
Yeah, and what works for us isn't going to work for some of you out there. That's why you need to customize every element of your relationship. Right down to even like your sleeping. Like some people don't even sleep in the same bed. Some people don't sleep in the same rooms, and that works for that couple.
Yeah.
That enhances their relationship. That's the goal here.
What also works for us is having our own quality time to ourselves, away from each other. Like having solo trips for me, like long periods of time, a month to 3 months I've done, has been so healthy for our relationship. It's really worked for us, whereas other people I know, they don't even want to spend a night apart from their partner. Customize, baby.
Sending you guys so much love and support. I know relationships are all hard, but they're worth it.
Yeah. Thank you.